Explosions, car chases, a hero walking away from the fire in slow motion. Why do we love this stuff so much? From Avengers to Top Gun Maverick, action films don't just dominate the box office, they are the box office. Every year, Hollywood pours billions into spectacle, and we keep showing up. But behind every punch, every bullet, and every perfectly timed explosion lies a strange truth about us. In this video, we'll break down why our brains crave action, the psychology behind the adrenaline, the science behind the thrill, and the quiet, emotional reason we love watching heroes do what we can't. Let's face it, we live in the age of the franchise. Avengers, Fast and Furious, John Wick, Mission Impossible, even Barbie had a chase scene. 7 of the top 10 highest-grossing movies in the US are action-driven. It doesn't matter if it's superheroes, soldiers, or spies. If something's blowing up in 4K, we're buying tickets. Why? Because action movies speak the only universal language left: movement. You don't need subtitles to understand a car chase. You don't need cultural context for a punch. You just feel it. That's not storytelling. That's instinct. Once upon a time, heroes had complex morality. Atticus Finch, Rick Blaine, Rocky Balboa. Now, they have armor and a six-pack. Our modern mythmakers aren't philosophers, they're stunt coordinators. The American hero has evolved from thinking man to man of action. John McClane, Die Hard, Ethan Hunt, Mission Impossible, Tony Stark, Iron Man. They're not just fighting villains, they're fighting chaos itself. And every time they win, we feel a little safer in a world that makes less sense every day. That's not entertainment, that's therapy. Here's where it gets wild. Your brain doesn't watch action, it feels it. Neuroscientists call them mirror neurons. They're the reason you flinch when you see someone get punched, or why your heart races when Tom Cruise hangs off a plane. When we see heroes run, fight, or survive, our brains light up as if we're doing it. It's evolution's greatest special effect. That's why you leave the theater sweaty, amped, and convinced you could survive a zombie apocalypse. Action movies give us all the thrill of danger, without any of the danger. Adrenaline, but make it safe. Ever notice that action plots are almost always the same? A clear villain, a moral mission, a hero who just won't die. That's not laziness, it's design. Our brains crave clarity when chaos is everywhere else. When the world feels morally gray, we find peace in stories that are black and white. Evil loses, good wins, justice lands a punch, and for 2 hours, life makes sense again. Every explosion you see on screen is a neurochemical reward. Every close call, a mini spike of dopamine. Your brain learns, thrill equals pleasure. So when the hero barely dodges a bullet, you feel it. That's why editing in action scenes is so fast. Rapid cuts keep your brain chasing those hits. Hollywood is literally hacking your nervous system. That's not cinema, that's bioengineering. But the biggest reason we love action movies isn't scientific, it's emotional. They're the safest form of escapism ever invented. No heartbreak, no subtlety, no existential crisis, just pure adrenaline therapy. For 2 hours, you don't have bills, you don't have deadlines, you just have stakes. That's why they call them popcorn movies. You don't think, you feel. You chew through stress one explosion at a time. Not all violence is created equal. Avengers and John Wick don't make you sick, they make you cheer. Because it's stylized violence. Choreographed, polished, clean. It's not real blood, it's mythic. But movies like Joker...
You're serious, aren't you? You're telling us you killed those 3 young men on the subway?
Mm-hmm.
And why should we believe you?
Got nothing left to lose. Nothing can hurt me anymore. My life is nothing but a comedy.
Well, let me get this straight. You think that killing those guys is funny?
Nightcrawler or the Wild Bunch? That's real. That's uncomfortable. That's reflection, not release. And most people don't want reflection. They want escape. So Hollywood keeps feeding us the kind of violence that feels good, because it sells better than the kind that makes us think. Here's the twist most people miss. Action can still be art. Look at The Matrix, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Mad Max Fury Road. They're adrenaline with soul. Every punch, every chase, every fall says something. When Neo dodges bullets, it's not just cool, it's philosophical. What if reality itself is a trap? When Max drives through the desert, it's not just survival, it's redemption. That's the secret difference between noise and meaning. Great action movies don't just make your heart race, they make your mind wander. When the credits roll and the music fades, what's left isn't adrenaline, it's catharsis. You walk out feeling lighter, as if the hero fought your battles for you. In a way, they did. They faced chaos so we could face Monday. That's why we keep going back, because deep down, we don't just want to watch heroes, we want to be them. Action movies aren't mindless. They're myth rebranded. They remind us that courage still matters, that evil can still lose, and that sometimes, all it takes to survive the chaos is to keep moving forward. So yeah, call them popcorn flicks if you want, but maybe, just maybe, we go to the theater not to escape life, but to remember what it feels like to be alive.